around the incomprehensible figure of $1 trillion. The environment is rapidly being depleted of its resources, the air is polluted, water is contaminated, and our food increasingly needs enrichment. But the evidence of an outer world beyond our control pales in significance when compared to our inner feelings of not being able to control our own personal lives. Every day I encounter this in my work with people. Families are out of control. Divorces have outnumbered marriages for several years. Young adults shy away from marriage on the premise that they can't find any examples of happily married couples. Children from fractured homes feel divided and powerless. How can a child possibly keep track of 4 sets of grandparents and all the step relationships within an ever-changing family structure? Too many children grow up in a chaotic world and know they are out of control. How do kids cope with these feelings? Many, sadly, slip into the drug culture. The statistics are frightening. Did you know that the money generated through the sale of drugs tops that of even our country's largest corporations? Because of the chaos and stress, many of us end up not feeling well. Over 40 million Americans suffer from allergies, and 30 million suffer from sleep-onset insomnia. It's estimated that 25 million people in the United States are afflicted with hypertension, high blood pressure. Around 20 million of us have ulcers, and too many millions suffer from jagged nerves to the point of needing tranquilizers. And more than that, 1 out of 3 persons has a weight problem, creating unhealthy cycles of weight loss and gain. Health specialists used to argue over which diseases could be classified as psychosomatic, beginning in the mind. Today, most medical research indicates that between 75 and 90% of all illness is caused by the stress of modern life. In fact, many researchers no longer ask which diseases are stress-related. Instead, they ask how much of every disease is stress-related. We can numb our pain, distract ourselves from it, project it, and try to deny it's even there, but none of these escapes can truly relieve our pain. Only an honest understanding of ourselves and our God can do that. Understanding our emotions. Psychologists have traditionally agreed that we all experience 3 basic emotions: love, anger, and fear. We can liken these to the 3 primary colors: red, yellow, and blue. Every color, shade, and hue we see is one of these 3 primary colors or some combination of them. In the same way, every feeling we experience in life is one of the primary emotions, or more likely, some combination of them. To better understand the 3 primary emotions, it helps to see that each one has movement and direction. Love is the emotion that always moves us toward someone or something. When I love someone, I want to be with that person. I move toward him or her. I want to hear his or her voice and feel his or her touch. If I'm in love with something, for example, chocolate, I find that I always end up at the candy store whenever I go to the mall. Love for chocolate draws me there, and I may not even be aware of it until my senses tell me I'm there. The movement of anger is not only toward but also against someone or something. Anger is a separating emotion. I move toward the object of my anger, but with a marked intensity that either strikes out against that object or pushes it away. The movement of fear is always away from someone or something. If I am afraid, I back away. I want to get away from the object of my fear. If I am afraid to ride in elevators, I keep my distance from them. If I'm afraid of confrontation, I will back away from the person involved and avoid any possible conflict with him or her. Anger and fear, emotions that are opposite in direction, have been called the emotions that trigger the fight/flight syndrome. Anger prepares me to fight, to move against and push away. Fear prepares me to take flight, to move away from the threat. Both anger and fear are reactions to a threat. Interestingly, what takes place physiologically in my body when I am angry is identical to what happens when I am fearful. The